My name is Nok Win. I'm the Operations Director at Eastside Legal Assistance Program. Eastside Legal Assistance Program is a nonprofit legal aid organization, and we believe that people should have access to legal help if they need it, and we serve low-income people.
My name is Dr. Lisa Greenwald, and I'm the CEO at Kindering. Kindering is the largest and most comprehensive neurodevelopmental center in the Pacific Northwest. We have campuses in Bellevue, Bothell, Redmond, and Renton.
I'm Carla Ramirez-Tenori. I'm the Services Director with LifeWire. So LifeWire is the largest domestic violence organization in the state, and we are the only ones on the east side. So because of that, we serve over 3,300 survivors each year, and we receive about 3 times the amount of referrals at any other organization in Washington state.
So it's not something you think about very often. It seems so trivial, but the phone system was something that's very integral to what we do, and Bellevue Rotary's funding greatly helped us. We used to have a phone system that was so old and antiquated. We were only able to basically call somebody and have them call us, and it had to be at that specific phone. And every time we needed it fixed, we had to pay someone who was like, your phone is so old, I don't know what to do with this. And so it was very expensive. And we were able to upgrade our phone system, and it was an amazing thing that happened because right after we upgraded our phone system, the pandemic happened. It allowed us to work from home, and we could transfer all the calls, but the more important thing is we could analyze all the calls that we got. So we could see how many people were calling us, how many times they called us, how great of a need it was. So for instance, during the pandemic and when the moratorium expired, we noticed our phone call volume increased by double. So the amount of unique callers that were calling in, we can now analyze and see that there was twice the number of people calling per month. And that helped us with our operations. We can go ahead and put more people on the phone, change our phone hours, make all of these changes that we couldn't have. I mean, it completely changed the way that we work. It allowed us to just, pivot and make use of the resources that we had. And we could not have done that with just an analog phone, just on the desk. That wouldn't have happened.
We are so excited to be a recipient of the Bellevue Rotary's support this year and many years before. This year, we have a new adaptive climbing wall in our Bellevue campus. It is beautiful. Just imagine an adult climbing wall with bigger cleats and beautiful colors, and the background is dry erase and magnetic, so you can work on all sorts of developmental skills while we're working on having the courage and the motor skills to be able to do something like that. And one of my favorite things every day that I see when I walk into our Bellevue campus is our sensory garden that the Bellevue Rotary not only provided the funding for, but also Rotarians came and helped build. It's just wonderful. Every time I come into work, I get to see the contributions of the Rotarians.
So Rotary has been a support of LifeWire for over 25 years, and in the beginning of the pandemic was able to give us a grant to help us provide commercial grade appliances for our shelter, but also really offset the need for direct services in emergency shelter. And so just covering basic needs like groceries and diapers, gas money, and even allowing for folks to be transported to safety. So we even flew folks home to be with their families. And so because of the flexible funding of Rotary, we were able to provide that service.
We are so grateful to Bellevue Rotary for this grant and for this funding. There aren't many organizations that actually give funding for equipment, and it was so timely. So I am grateful and appreciative. It's completely changed the way that we operate, especially during the pandemic. It allowed us to continue doing what we do best, which is reaching out to people and providing legal aid.
We are so honored to be one of the recipients of the Bellevue Rotary Club. The Rotary is amazing because it's another purpose-driven organization, and the partnership that we have, they really understand that we understand what needs we have to support our children, and that partnership has resulted in things like the adaptive climbing wall and the Bellevue Sensory Garden that really helps us meet our mission.
Well, working with Rotary is personal. And so generally you don't have the opportunity to work hand in hand with funders, and Rotary's values align very well with LifeWire's values and mission. And so it's really special for us to know that their values and their focus within their funding opportunities really are about focusing on the investment in community. And so it makes a real difference for us to know that we're partners in this work. Thank you, Rotary, for your partnership and everything that you do to invest in LifeWire on behalf of survivors.
Thank you so much, Bellevue Rotary, for all that you do to support our children and families in our community.